high school band. I had a really good music program, a really good music teacher, and he started teaching me about jazz and uh, just all different kinds of like world music and stuff. And then after that, I actually went to Berkeley School of Music in Boston, and I
Jesus.
just
Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
only like the most like gnarly people go there and teach and stuff. It's like Mike, my
So
genie from
Spencer,
fucking.
so Spence, you're fucking gnarly. All right, let's keep going.
well, nobody there thought I was gnarly because instantly when I got there, I was like one of the only people who like listened to Cannibal Corpse and Meshuggah, and everyone was like, "Oh, this isn't music. This is trash."
Yeah, yeah.
God,
I was like,
that hurts, dude. That
yeah,
hurts to me
exactly.
because it's so. I mean, and I hate to cut you off again, but I'm just gonna say, like, dude, like profound, like people who are really into music should know that there's a lot going on in death metal. Like for you to just be this guy in a music school and you're like, oh, dude, that isn't music. Like, come on, dude.
Well, it just needs like there's like you need a bug, like a little bug to kind of get you and bite you a little bit. You can't just like the first time organically hearing death metal for me, I was like, what the fuck is, it's like, it's
But
like
don't
not
you
like
think
a,
that like a guy who's going to school could kind of look out, be above everything, and be like, okay, I know.
yeah, but there's also, there's a guy going like, "Ooh," and they're like singing and shit. And the guy's like, "Brr," it's like, it's kind of like a totally different thing to like hear. Like you hear that for the first time and you're like, what the fuck is this? It's like, and actually just to give I'll do the shout out right now to Cheney for getting on Your Mom's House podcast.
Yeah, dude.
So she like,
Oh shit! No way.
yeah, they did an episode when they're like talking to her, and they're like, I was talking to Cheney today, and they're like, yeah, something might happen. But fucking the cool thing about that is that I've listened to Your Mom's House for years, and they've always made fun of death metal. They're like, death metal is the worst genre. They're like, it's the shittiest. Like they're always making fun of it. And then Christina Przinski today like messages fucking Cheney like, how do I do those vocals? Actually, kind of want like she's like got a little bug. You know what I mean? Like it's
How
it's
do
a
you do it
little
without
start.
making it hurt? Yeah.
Yeah. It's like a little start to to get going. You don't just like I don't know how like a musician that's been trained their whole life just like with like standards or like whatever they want to learn and stuff just falls into death metal. It's like, oh yeah, this is like a trained musician their whole life, and they've been like had this path with the instructors telling them what's good, what's not, to just go like, oh, death metal is good. It's like usually when you're that. Like, I don't know. It seems like that's not something that a lot of instructors are in. Maybe in the future, that'll be something that like they'll look back on as like the old Cannibal Corpse standard, fuck with a knife. Yeah, that one. Oh yeah.
I've already said it. I've said it many times, dude. And if those, instructors that you're talking about were presented with instrumental versions of all those songs, like how would they be as standoffish?
Well, I think they would still need to climb the ladder. You know what I mean? Like what we went through. Like we had to start somewhere, go to the next thing, then go to the next thing. Like they can't just start with like the most insane shit to start off with. Like the reason why we got here is because we started somewhere. Yeah. We went up a rung and then went up a rung.
That sounds like fucking. That sounds like we're being like, oh, dude, you're in music school? Nah, dude, you gotta get above that.
Well, yeah, there's the difference between like actual like musicianship and like a genre of like fucking weird music. You know what I mean? There's like, I don't know. There's got to be some sort of like, it's not like a standard that they're growing up with their whole life.
I was just thinking like there's certain language that everybody speaks in music, and it translates across the board if you really have the right ear for it.
My experience was like teachers, like drum teachers at least, like would be like
drum teachers probably are down.
Like they're like, oh, death metal, I can't get into like the thing, but like, man, the drummer's insane, or like the drummer's a crazy thing, so like, and then of course you got the guys that got bigger with it, like Pete Sandoval, and then like Derek Roddy and guys like that. That's kind of made it like more mainstream.
Totally,
definitely that. And of course other dudes like Dick Barker, of course, and all that different. But like, yeah, I don't know. It's like, but they're always like, but they always have to say it's like they're like, but I don't like the music. Like they're like, I just want you to know.
I'm
not.
I don't listen to that.
Yeah, no.
I respect it, but I don't like it. Yeah.
I think that the level of musicianship thing is absolutely true, because I had like a bunch of teachers at Berkeley who like they came out of school and then they went right into teaching. But then I had one dude who like he toured for most of his life with I don't know if you guys know Brian McKnight. He's like a insane R&B.
R&B
Oh
guy?
yeah.
Totally.
Yeah. And I showed him some of the Hate Storm stuff right after I recorded it, and he had nothing bad to say. Didn't say like, "Oh, I don't like." He didn't make a face or anything. He was just grooving along with it, and like only had compliments.
That's awesome.